Stop 34 of the Sunoco Cup Series comes back to the 5/8 mile short track known as North Wilkesboro for the Tyson Foods 400. And on the pole will be the number 9 Coors Light Ford of Ray Castor. Qualified at 113.550 miles an hour. On the outside will be Connor Breton, the pole sitter at Richmond, the most recent Richmond event. Paige Johnson will make row number 2, the pole sitter, multiple times this year. And Haley Summerfield, the Atlanta pole sitter in the 44 Olds. Row number 3 will be Joel Qualls, the 55 Olds. And Alexander Dawson, who is our points leader right now, is in the starting 6th. In row number 4 will be Stephanie Naylor, who came so close to winning many a times, including most recently at Charlotte, only getting forced out in a 3-wide situation finish. Alex Filter will be outside the 17. Row number 5 will be Jake Cole, the 32, the pole sitter at Darlington, the first Darlington event, and Liam Campbell in the 6th, Stroh's Light Ford. Chantel Ibarra second in the points, and Michael Dawson in the 94, the first Richmond winner, will make row number 6. Ryan Cooper won both races at New Hampshire, and John Dawson, the winner, the most recent Talladega event, will make row number 7. Jamie Banks and John Acosta, the winner at the most recent Bristol event, will make row number 8. Megan Yee and Aaron Reed, our Riverside winner, will make row number 9. Sasha Dawson, our Martinsville winner, and Johnny Gardner, our Texas winner, will make row 10. Colin Cropley in the 11 and Tim Fiegel in the 28 will make row 12. Dylan Poteet, our most recent winner, and James Qualls, 2-time winner, will make row number 12. Row 13 will be Ryan Acosta and Zach Carlson. Row 14 will be Keon Shaw, the winner at the Aaron's 499, and Daniel Schwab, the winner at the Mountain Dew Southern 500 at Darlington. Then Alyssa Kondo in the 20 Olds, and Kathy Cantar, the Folgers 25 Lumina. Vanessa Franzen, our winner, and one who went wire to wire at our spring event here at North Wilkesboro, starts in 31st alongside John Douglas in the 51 Lumina. Then it'll be Skyland Carlson, the California winner, and Eric Matthews, a 2-time winner, in row 17. Row 18 will be Chris Dollarton, the 66, and Jackie Qualls, the Hungry Jack Buick, multiple-time winner. In row number 19 will be J.G. Anoran, pole sitter at both Talladega events, and Dylan Hughes, the winner at Watkins Glen and at Dover, the first Dover event. And trailing the field will be Trey Campbell, the 33 Skull Bandit Olds, and Tim Walsh, the Levi Garrett Lumina. Number 5. 40 laps around this famed short track. Last time we were here, we saw, like I said with Vanessa Franzen, we saw a wire-to-wire job from the pole sitter. Could we see the same here? And I'm not just talking about with Ray Castor, I'm talking about Connor Breton. If you lead this race, you can go wire to wire easy. It just because you are the pole sitter doesn't mean much. You can be the outside, but Vanessa Franzen proved it. You can go wire to wire and win. So let's see if Ray Castor can continue that string and also get his first win of the season. We come out of turn number 4. Green flag flies. We are racing here at North Wilkesboro, the famous short track, 5/8 mile. This also could be such a short track you could see some bumping and grinding going on, almost a little bit of a battle going on, 3 abreast situation going on there with Ryan Cooper in the midst. And we got a battle for the lead immediately. Connor Breton's going to take in the number 18 Lumina, Interstate Batteries, Lumina. Battle for second. We got some better racing here, but we got a caution immediately. Jamie Banks is involved. Colin Cropley's involved. And we got Keon Shaw on his roof coming back up on all fours. It didn't take that long. Dylan Poteet, I think, was involved. And Keon Shaw, I do believe, is going to go down pit road with that. And it didn't take that long. Let's see where we saw with that. We saw, I do believe it was the number. It started, I do believe, where it got really, really congested. was sparked with 4 abreast, I'm guessing? No, it wasn't the 4 abreast situation. Alexander Dawson was involved, got clipped by Alex Filter. I don't know if he hit the wall. Oops. I have to try to get this done fast before it's too late. Yep. Gets clipped by Alex Filter, and then Alexander goes into Jackie, Jamie Banks. And ironically, the 4 abreast situation wasn't without ignorance, because it proved it. That was number 1, but number 2 had to do with the number 12 of John Dawson. Dylan Pote got in it. Colin Cropley got in it. 4 wide, Colin Cropley, Michael Dawson, John Dawson, Sasha Dawson. An all Dawson family situation. Actually, wasn't a 4 wide. It came close to it. John Dawson, Colin Cropley get into it. Dylan Pote gets spun. Aaron Reed is right there. There was a lot of stuff going on in one moment. And then Keon Shaw got put up on his roof thanks to Skyland Carlson getting a little bit of a touch, sending him up on his roof. So that was what it came about there. I'm trying to condense this the best that I can, and we can be back to green flag racing shortly. So, look at how we stand right now. Connor Breton leads, Paige Johnson second, Ray Castor is third, our pole sitter. So we may not have that wire-to-wire job here. Stephanie Naylor and Joel Qualls running at the top 5. A good showing for Joel. Chantel Ibarra second in the points. Haley Summerfield, Jake Cole, Megan Yee, and Alexander Dawson, your top 10. Then Liam Campbell, Sasha Dawson, Alex Filter, Ryan Cooper, Michael Dawson, Jamie Banks, Ryan Acosta, Aaron Reed, Johnny Gardner, Colin Cropley. Then Alyssa Kondo, Zach Carlson, Daniel Schwab, John Acosta, Kathy Cantara, John Douglas, John Dawson, Jackie Qualls, Dylan Hughes, James Qualls, Tim Walsh, Trey Campbell, Tim Fiegel, J. Junior and Eric Matthews, Dylan Pote, Keon Shaw, and Vanessa Franz, and both Chris Dollarton and Skyland Carlson have dropped out of the race. And I do believe we'll be back to green flag racing this time by. It'll be lap number 8 of 40. Still got a long way to go of racing. We're not even a quarter of the way in the bag. Connor Brayton will lead. Connor Brayton was our pole sitter at Richmond, the most recent event, but got a DNF in the process, so it was not a good day for Connor. Let's see if he can right the wrongs here. Green flag about to wave. We're back to racing. Connor Brayton setting the tone. Once again, a very good showing for Stephanie Naylor. She's right now in the mix of things. Chantel Ibarra looked like he was going to make a move on the inside of Joel Qualls. Get the 5th spot. Not yet. Good battling here. Ryan Cooper going on the inside of Alex Filter for the 13th spot. And there's a good battle going on here between Liam Campbell and Sasha Dawson. So I do believe Sasha got herself into the top 5. Ellie Summerfield now in the 8th spot, but not to be. Here comes Megan Yee. Over to the inside of Alexander Dawson. Looked like almost for a second Liam Campbell tagged the wall. Ryan Cooper will take over though. Whoa! Hard move there for Megan Yee. Saves it though. Now Haley Summerfield gets pinned on the high side, getting passed by Alexander Dawson. Here comes John Acosta getting in there. Aaron Reed, number 3. trying to make a move on Liam Campbell. Oh, almost a hard move there for Alex Filter. Almost spun Johnny Gardner. Johnny saved it. Here comes Daniel Schwab, Colin Cropley following suit. Here comes Alyssa Kondo. Dylan Hughes, we got three. Oh, we almost had a three-wide scary situation there with Dylan Hughes, John Douglas, and Tim Walsh. Oh, there we go. In the wall goes Dylan Hughes. Dylan Hughes and John Douglas go into the wall. Just like that, we're under caution. And Keon Shaw goes into the barrier. That will end his day. He was having a very haphazard car since he flipped it. And then battling. Here's what happened there. Let's start off first with what we saw from Dylan Hughes. See James Qualls getting stopped. That was because you got squeezed in there. Dylan Hughes got squeezed in there between John Douglas and Tim Walsh. And then Walsh slides up a little high. Gives a little bit of a touch to Dylan. Dylan gets touched by Johnny Gardner. Johnny goes into the wall. Tim goes into the wall. I mean, Dylan gets into the wall. James Qualls right there. Now, do I think that was the cause of the yellow? Let's see. Trying to see if there's anything else that didn't cause it. I think that was your culprit. I didn't think like anything else was going on. Yep, that was the reason for the yellow, was that whole them trying to get back into shape. Now let's go into Dylan Hughes to see what happened there. You saw Keon Shaw, who was really having a very haphazard car, trying to get back at the pit road. Dylan Hughes too was trying to go down pit road, and then no room. Dylan Hughes goes into Keon Shaw, and Keon goes hard into the barrier, basically taking him out of the race. And Dylan Hughes was trying to go on pit road, but was unable to do so, and wrong time. Keon Shaw basically eliminates himself from competition. Tough break for Keon Shaw. He's not had a very good day. Connor Brayton, nonetheless, will still lead. Then it'll be Paige Johnson, Stephanie Naylor. Once again, a very good showing. Now she's in the third spot. Ray Caster's in fourth, and Joel Qualls rounds out the top five, having a very solid showing today. Chantel Ybarra, Jay Cole, Megan Yee, Sasha Dawson, Haley Summerfield, your top 10. Then Ryan Cooper, Alexander Dawson, Aaron Reed, Liam Campbell, Alex Filter, Jamie Banks, Ryan Acosta, Daniel Schwab, Michael Dawson, and Alyssa Kondo. Then John Acosta, Johnny Gardner, Jackie Qualls, Colin Cropley, John Dawson, Kathy Cantara, Tim Fiegel, Tim Walsh, Zach Carlson, Trey Campbell, Eric Matthews, Dylan Poteet, J.G. Norton, Vanessa Franzen, James Qualls, and John Douglas. And you can add Dylan Hughes and Keon Shaw to the DNF list. Tough break. And ironically, I wanted to mention, I forgot to say, we have a couple DNQs that I forgot to mention in the pre-race. Josh Osborne and Austin Hughes both did not qualify, so not a very good weekend for the Hughes family, as Pop's DNQ'd, and now Dylan's going to not finish. And ironically, Josh Osborne, who had not a good season, will also DNQ, excuse me, here. So it'll be lap number 20 of 40. We're just about the halfway point. Actually, 21 laps to go. We're not at halfway point yet, but we'll be in one lap. We will. After this lap, we'll be at the 20 down, 20 to go mark. Connor Brayton leads again. Oh, we got more. Here we go again. But it's off the racing surface. Joel Qualls just spun. Ray Castor, our points leader, is done. And now you can add Ryan Acosta to it. Ray Castor and Ryan Acosta both involved in that wreck. And now we're under yellow. It took a while, but we got it now. Let's see what happened. It didn't take that long. Joel Qualls spinning Ray Castor. Our pole sitter is done. Wow. You'll see as they go in here. They come out of turns number 1 and 2 to head down that back straightaway. Joel. I mean, Ray was pinned against the wall, goes into Joel Qualls. Joel spins him off the track, so there is no penalty if you do it off the racing surface. Now, I saw some with Ryan Acosta, the number 4 Kodak Delco Remy Olds. Let's see what happened with Ryan Acosta. Similar situation. Daniel Schwab spun Ryan Acosta off into the grass. He tagged the wall hard and slid up the track. He stayed off the racing surface. I don't think that had anything to do with it. Now we'll see if where the yellow gets triggered. The yellow lights, the green lights are still on. Okay, there's the yellows. There's your yellow. That was not the yellow. That was because everything happened off the racing surface. It happened at the stripe. James Qualls, John Douglas, and Vanessa Franzen. That's where it all came about. James Qualls gets spun by Vanessa Franzen. Vanessa gets pinned against our wall. The winner of our first event here spun at the stripe. And there you have the number 51 of John Douglas, yet again involved, and that's where the yellow was triggered. Was that spin with Vanessa Franzen, James Qualls, and John Douglas. And then there's more. Alex Filter gets into a spin. Let's see what happened with Alex Filter. So you want more? Okay, we'll give you more. It had to do with Jamie Banks. I think it was probably a retaliation from earlier. Jamie Banks retaliating from the earlier spin, spinning out Alex Filter into the wall hard. So that was actually what happened there. So a little bit of retaliation on behalf of Jamie Banks on Alex Filter. Let's try this again. We'll actually go back to green flag racing, so there's really no point into going through the top 5. Connor Brayton still leads. Paige Johnson second. Stephanie Naylor, Chantelli Barr, and Joel Qualls your top 5. Then Jake Cole, Sasha Dawson, Haley Summerfield, Megan Yee, Ryan Cooper your top 10. Aaron Reed, Liam Campbell, Alexander Dawson, Alyssa Kondo, and Michael Dawson your top 15. So And on the inside lane will be Ray Caster, I do believe. Yep, Ray Caster, our pole sitter, is going to be on the inside as he is a lap down. So, ironically, it'll be just like we started the race, except one's on the lead lap, the other one is not. Connor Britton leads. There goes Paige Johnson going into second. Ray Caster drops back. So now Ray Caster lets the field do battle. But Chantelli Barr gets pinned, but Chantelli Barr conveniently gets around, but not to say the same for Joel Qualls, as getting passed by the number 32 of Jake Cole. Now Haley Summerfield's going to take a little bit too, and we're back onto yellow yet again. Dylan Poteet, Zach Carlson, our most recent winner at Charlotte, is involved. Colin Cropley, wow. This track has not been very good for Colin. Let's see what happened there, because I think it started with our points leader Alexander Dawson getting pinned against the wall, and Melissa Kondo, they spin, both of them. Jackie Qualls takes a hit, just gets by. There's your brick wall crash. Johnny Garner just brushes. There's Tim Fiegel, Tim Walsh. Once again, Jamie Banks. That's where Zach Carlson got hit and got flipped right over the railing. Dylan Poteet getting spun by James Qualls. Here's your big one. I do believe who else was there. That was Eric Matthews was involved. Ryan Acosta. James Qualls. Not a good day for James. Our winner in our last event, Dylan Poteet, done. Now, we're going to have to go on board with James Qualls momentarily. Colin Cropley getting spun by Zach Carlson. Yeah, you made an enemy, but then karma came around. You know what? I get Colin Cropley to say karma, buddy. Karma. Because Zach Carlson went into the wall, thanks to Kathy Cantara, where he had no room to go and basically took it head on. There was so much going on. I couldn't even point out what was going on here. There was just so much. And J.G. Norton taking a brushing. Let's go on board with James Qualls. Let's go on board. Yep. Not a good day for James Qualls, who is, as I said before, coming out of the last event we saw for the Sunoco, when they won, after he won the second race in a row at his second win at Pocono, the first Pocono event, trouble came afterwards. So looking at how we stand right now, Connor Brayton leads, Paige Johnson is in second, Stephanie Naylor is in third, Chantelli Barr fourth, Jake Cole rounding at the top five. Joel Qualls, Haley Summerfield, Sasha Dawson, Megan Yee, Ryan Cooper rounding at the top 10. Then Aaron Reed, Liam Campbell, Daniel Schwab, Michael Dawson, Jack Garner, Tim Walsh, Kathy Cantara, Trey Campbell, J.G. Norton, Alex Filter, Alyssa Kondo. Colin Cropley's not in the lead lap, nor is Ray Caster, so they're still in action. And then you have Alexander Dawson, Tim Fiegel, Vanessa Franzen, John Douglas, John Dawson, Jamie Banks, John Acosta, Zach Carlson, Eric Matthews, Dylan Poteet, James Qualls, Ryan Acosta, Dylan Hughes, Keon Shaw, Kylan Carlson, Chris Dollarton, all will DNF. So we only got 24 cars left in the field. And Chantelli Barr is taking advantage of every little bit of it, because now we know that Alexander Dawson, our points leader, is going to DNF. So, what a break for the number 79, Olds Cutlass. As Connor Brayton still leads. Same theme as always, the ongoing theme. We have some tight racing going on here. 3 wide coming. Here comes again Colin Cropley getting squished in between. Whoa! They all go into the pit road and crash. Sasha Dawson, Ray Castor, and Joel Qualls. We're still green though because that all happened not on the racing surface, so that's the good news. So a tough break for Joel Qualls, who had a very good showing in his days done. Ray Castor, our points leader, is toast. From what I know, as that was a very squeezed up situation. It got ugly. Yep, our pole sitter is out. Official. So now your top 5. Now you can add J. Cole in the 5th spot. Then it's Haley Summerfield, Ryan Cooper, Megan Yee, Aaron Reed, and Liam Campbell now rounds up the top 10. So with that run, Sasha Dawson and Joel Qualls have both gotten knocked out of the race. So the casualty list continues. 3 laps to go this time by for Connor Breton. Right now he's looking to try to get his first for the season, and it's looking very good. He didn't start on the pole, but he's got enough under his belt. 3 to go. A good, comfortable couple of car lengths over Paige Johnson. This time by 2 laps remaining. 2 to go for Connor Breton. He's got 6 more left-hand turns. And here comes the white flag for the number 18 Interstate Batteries Chevrolet. 1 lap to go for Connor Breton. And we're going to be under yellow. I don't know if that yellow, yep, that probably happened before the caution. So that will be the race for Connor Breton. So tough break. We'll see what was the reason for the yellow. We were Colin Cropley. That'll be the end of his day. And actually, that wasn't. It had to do with Trey Gamble, Tim Walsh yet again getting involved in something, and J.G. Anorin. Because it was at 2 laps to go. Trey Campbell gets pinned up on the high side by the number 5 of Tim Walsh. They both spin. J.G. and Norton got nowhere to go. Now here's where Colin Cropley came into effect. Bam! And I'll tell you this, the Campbell-Cropley feud has been flaring in comments here on videos. This has just been gasoline pouring on the fire. You've just basically thrown a gasoline tank right on the fire, on a bonfire. You know what that usually means. Say no more. But that'll obviously end our race right there. Connor Breton will win. Paige Johnson will finish 2nd. Stephanie Naylor will be 3rd. Chandeli Barra, J. Cole, Haley Summerfield, Megan Yee, Ryan Cooper, Aaron Reed, Michael Dawson, Daniel Schwab, Kathy Cantara, Liam Campbell, Jackie Qualls, Alyssa Kondo, Alex Filter, Johnny Gardner, Tim Walsh, J.G. Anorin, Trey Campbell, Colin Cropley. I don't know if he's going to try to finish the race under his own power. I don't know where he finished. No, he will DNF. So, Colin Cropley will DNF the race, and it'll be Joel Qualls, Ray Castor, Sasha Dawson, Alexander Dawson, Tim Fiegel, Vanessa Franzen, John Douglas, John Dawson, Jamie Banks, John Acosta, Zach Carlson, Eric Matthews, Dylan Pote, James Qualls, Ryan Acosta, Dylan Hughes, Keon Shaw, Skyland Carlson, and Chris Dollarton. But our winner here, very good showing for the number 18 Rich Interstate Batteries Lumina, Connor Breton gets a win, and obviously with that top 5 finish for Chantel, gets her back in the points lead. As you will see, with 5 more events to go, including another short track event at Martinsville. Point standings, Chantel Ibarra taking the advantage of a DNF for Alexander Dawson, 34 points. Johnny Gardner will be in 3rd. Then it'll be Daniel Schwab, Sasha Dawson, James Qualls rounding out in 6th. Then Ray Castor, Eric Matthews. Actually, James and Eric are actually tied. James and Ray, are actually tied for 6th. Eric Matthews is 8th. John Dawson and John Douglas rounding out the top 10. Then Skylyn Carlson and Paige Johnson actually tied for 11th. Paige with that 2nd place finish puts her in the tied up. Jake Cole, Ryan Cooper, Jackie Qualls, Alex Filter, Vanessa Franzen, Chris Dollarton, Tim Fiegel, and Zach Carlson rounding out the top 20. Then it'll be Kathy Cantara and Dylan Hughes, Stephanie Naylor, Liam Campbell, Austin Hughes, who DNQ'd that event, dropped to 25th. And Alyssa Kondo, Josh Osborne, who also DNQ'd at North Wilkesboro, drops to 27th. Trey Campbell, J.G. Anorin, Michael Dawson, Connor Breton, Ryan Acosta, John Acosta, Colin Cropley, Megan Yee, Jamie Banks, Dylan Poteet, Tim Walsh, Joel Qualls, Keon Shaw, Aaron Reed, and Haley Summerfield will tail end the field. So, right now, not a good year for a couple of drivers who have already gotten wins, like Keon Shaw and Aaron Reed are already 40th and 41st. But we get down to our final 5 events of the season. Goodies 500 at Martinsville, more short tracking.